Donovan Mitchell, the new franchise record 71 points.
MVP, 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 MVP.
Something absurd happened in the league the other day. In a game between the Chicago Bulls and Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell put up 71 points to get the win in overtime. A historic number of points, making it the highest amount scored in a game since Kobe Bryant put up 81 against the Raptors back in 2006. With Mitchell putting up staggering numbers like this, it's very easy to stop and ask ourselves, just how far can this Donovan Mitchell-led Cleveland team actually go? Welcome to Courtside Culture, your home for all things NBA. Now, for those who don't know, Donovan Mitchell is an American basketball player who currently plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He played college basketball for the Louisville Cardinals before being selected by the Jazz in the first round of the 2017 NBA draft with the 13th overall pick. Mitchell has established himself as one of the top young players in the league, being named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team in his first season and earning 3 All-Star selections. He has also helped lead the Jazz to the playoffs in 5 straight seasons. However, he was traded to the Cavs in the most recent off-season after the team lost in the first round of the playoffs to a Luka-less Dallas Mavericks. The Jazz finally decided it's time to blow things up, with intentions to tank for Victor Wembanyama. But that's a video for another day. He was traded for Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, Ochai Agbaji, 3 picks unprotected, and 2 pick swaps. A motherload of a haul that would see the Jazz off with the pieces they need to begin a rebuild, and the Cavs acquiring a young shooting guard all-star about to enter the prime of his career. A tactical move for a team that were looking to hit big and hit hard. Now, before we look at how far the Cavs can go with Mitchell, we really need to look at the history of the team and see where they were at before acquiring him. The Cleveland Cavaliers have a roller coaster of a history, and usually when you think of this team, the first thing that springs to your mind will be a minor player who hasn't had too much impact on the game called LeBron James, or one of the most impressive championship runs in NBA history. LeBron managed to take this team to the finals 4 consecutive times and came back from a 3-1 deficit against the 73-9 Golden State Warriors, a feat that has never been done before. However, after the King decided to sign with the Lakers back in 2019, it was clear the team didn't have any foreseeable future in the playoffs, let alone the finals. A rebuild was in order and tanking had begun. The odds were in their favour, however, as the Cavs got quite lucky and managed to score some relatively high picks in the lottery. In consecutive years, they acquired now all-star point guard Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, and versatile big man Evan Mobley. 3 incredibly young talented players who had bright futures in front of all of them. This paired with the veteran experience from Kevin Love and some incredibly smart trades for players such as Lauri Markkanen, Caris LeVert, and one of my personal favourite players, Jarrett Allen. The team moving forward was looking well structured on both the offensive and defensive ends, had solid veteran leadership and a young core that had the drive to show the league for years to come that LeBron wasn't the only greatness that will come out of this franchise. The 2021-22 season started off well for them, and they took a high seeding early into the season, catching a lot of people, including myself, off guard. But unfortunately this wasn't to last. The team was hit hard by the injury bug, and losing key players for extensive periods of time through the season proved to drastically hinder the team, as it would any other. They finished as the 9th seed, unfortunately, after losing back-to-back play-in games against the Brooklyn Nets and Atlanta Hawks, just barely missing the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. Now, fast forwarding to the present day, as we're reaching the halfway mark of the season, the team is now looking more deadly than ever. Garland, Allen and Mobley have all taken strides in the right direction and are playing like the stars of last season. But Mitchell, on the other hand, Donovan Mitchell has taken a huge leap in his play. He's gone from averaging 25 points per game to 29, while increasing his field goal percentage to 49.2 at the same time. And to top it off, his 3-point shot has gone up as well. The dude has gone insane, playing at an all-NBA level and arguably could be placed into MVP talks, especially after just becoming the 8th player to put up 70 or more in a game. The Cavs are currently the 4th seed at the time of this video, with a record of 24-14, and they are only 2.5 games behind the 1st seeded Boston Celtics. At the halfway point of a season, it's easy to sit here and wonder, just how far is this team going to take it? Personally, I don't think you need the IQ of a basketball god to understand that the East is loaded at the moment. The top 5 teams being Celtics, Nets, Bucks, Cavs, and Sixers are all incredibly close, and their rosters are all equally stacked. While other teams still make talks, of course, and some have oddly dropped off like the Miami Heat, it's clear to see that these top 5 are the ones who are truly going to make a run for the chip. But in all honesty, I don't have the Cavaliers as my Eastern favourites just yet. I think they've taken leaps and bounds to put themselves into the conversation, and if you have them as your pick, well, I'm not surprised. They're a great young team with everything you need to make the run except one key element: experience. The other 4 teams I mentioned earlier all have had playoff experience to some degree, with the Bucks winning chips in the past, Celtics recently making the finals, KD and Kyrie winning rings in the past, and well, the Sixers having multiple unsuccessful runs at the title in recent times. While I love this new look for the team, I think it's just too unrealistic to put all my money on them in a conference with so many other heavy hitters. But hey, that's not to say they won't give the rest of the East a damn good run for their money, and it seems incredibly likely to me that in 2 to 3 seasons from now, we could easily see another championship making its way to Cleveland. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, make sure to check out our previous video on the current struggles with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below on whether or not you think Donovan and the Cavs have got what it takes.